Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included here in the 100 Duplicant Challenge. In today's episode I would like to improve on our oxygen situation. We are still steadily improving on the food situation, however we haven't taken care of oxygen at all ever since the beginning. We now have access to a respectable amount of water, and I think as long as we can, we should go ahead and supply the oxygen with a proper electrolyzer setup. Another thing I really wanted to do was to expand the water layer. I've been talking about this previously in order to have more polluted oxygen off-gassing and therefore producing more. And I think the way we're gonna do this is just by expanding this platform here all the way over. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and close this off eventually. And then I would like to replace most of the tiles here, or at least the ones that we already replaced upstairs. And then right here, we're going to collect a whole bunch of polluted water in order to off-gas and give us more access to oxygen. Now I just see, are these really empty? No, they just look empty because I just loaded the game. Okay. Now one issue we're facing here is a thin layer of water that doesn't allow the polluted water to off-gas anymore, and so we ended up with just carbon dioxide now. And there's no easy fix for this one actually, we just need to prevent it in the future. Maybe another thing we can do is exchange at least this tile, allowing more of the gases here to escape. Now some of you suggested to finally introduce the carbon skimmer. I still think it is too early, because if I get rid of all the CO2, then we basically have no protection from the temperature fluctuations. We need a little bit of density of gases inside the base in order for everything to function properly, even if it is just CO2. Looking good. The oxalate here is truly helping, I gotta say. Maybe let's keep going here with the airflow tiles. Next up, I want to set up some bottle emptiers here on either side, where we are then gonna dump even more polluted water just like we do here. Another thing I wanted to test out was the Sublimation Station. This could help us out in various spots. It will convert 1000 grams of polluted dirt into 660 grams of polluted oxygen. And it will be using 60 watts. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth a try. So let me set that up here somewhere. Let me see. Well, there's no space really. So I wonder, what if we did something here? Do I really have to connect this up to power? And could we do it there? Yeah, easily. So maybe this is gonna help a little bit. We're also gonna go ahead and add a bunch of airflow tiles here. But this way we could take advantage of the huge amounts of polluted dirt we have going on. It looks like Ruby is going to die. Please move over where there is some oxygen. Yeah. They got trapped there. Oh, come on, Ruby. You have to hurry up. Hurry up. Find an oxygen pocket. Ruby, it's almost too late. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. But holy cow, that was another close call. I think now another thing we can prepare are the real bathrooms, right? And we're still gonna have the airflow tiles in here, but instead of the outhouses, we're gonna go for something proper. Namely laboratories, and we're even gonna build them out of gold just because we can. I'm gonna set up 4 of these, and then we just need 4 sinks as well, right there. Add a bunch of doors here and there, and a ceiling, and that should be good for our first bathroom. Eventually we're gonna replace the bathrooms here at the bottom. Here's my sublimation station ready to go, and I think, yeah, somebody should probably come along. Let's maybe put this to priority 7. I mean, we should have lots and lots of polluted dirt hanging around here. It shouldn't be too far away. Alright, there it is, Sublimation Station. And we have some polluted oxygen that's being produced, even though it is germy oxygen, that is totally fine. I mean, we could also convert it, but honestly, polluted oxygen is just as fine for me. We're not gonna rip out a leg with the Sublimation Station. I'd rather spend the effort later to get a proper system. Alright then, I would say I'm gonna set up one more Sublimation Station here, and then one more on the other side. Let me see, yeah, we needed space, so this will go there. That's totally fine. I need at least these 2 tiles here to be airflow tiles as well though. And then we should be able to easily hook this up to whatever power wire is the closest. Let me bring this through there. Also right here, I think we're ready to set up some polluted water. We're gonna enable auto bottle and also set this to priority 7. So duplicants will be bringing the polluted water. It will be spreading here and also off-gassing as long as we don't have too much pressure. I think... Oh no, did you see that? Lyra just dropped her food because she wanted to catch some oxygen, and then it dropped all the way back down again. You know, I really wish they wouldn't drop their items as soon as they have a problem. There it is, polluted water, and it is off-gassing. This is gonna be such a improvement, especially once we got a whole bunch of it. And of course I'm gonna do the same exact thing here on the other side, just collecting a layer of polluted water. Yes, Celera, thank you. Finally, we are now improving the yield of our crops here. It was about time somebody took care of the task. And we can actually print another duplicant now, so that means if we lose another one, it wouldn't be that bad or that dramatic. But of course, I don't want to lose my duplicants, so we don't lose all the skill points and experience we already gathered. But I think together with the sublimation stations and the additional polluted oxygen that we're going to be producing here, this is already a much better situation. So maybe let's keep going here with the airflow task to ensure a good flow. Yeah, very nice. This is looking good. We're now definitely gaining water more than we are using it. There is no power here. What's happening? This still needs to be built, which it can't. Let's give them a ladder access. Now, will you look at that? This already looks much better. It is so great. Let's actually continue here, adding a bunch of airflow tiles. You know, I think it would also be nice to add more algae distillers, because one distiller is like taking care of half a oxygen diffuser. If I have 4 distillers, then we could offset 2 oxygen diffusers, and I think I want to do that. So if we remove like 3 more of these composts, then I could add 2 more distillers. And it would even be plausible because we can just use this wire here. Now let's have a look at this guy here. With Farmer's Touch, harvest ready. Let me see just how much we get here. No, it doesn't show a number, but it's 1,600 kilocalories. And I guess that is instead of 1,200, hopefully. I don't know. Okay, this is actually starting to become much nicer. I still see a problem here with the farms. We might have to add oxygen solutions for these separately. But so far so good, I gotta say. One thing we could do in a desperate attempt here is to set up a few mesh tiles, like right here. And this would allow the water that is currently on this layer to be mopped up again. But this is really not a good situation right here with the water layer preventing everything from off-gassing. But now I can see the occasional polluted water pockets. A lot of this is still chlorine. Yeah, we'll have to clean this up at some point. But you know, I'm pretty sure once we are stable and we can focus on actually improving the base, we will do it. In the background, by the way, I'm still researching just every technology that is possible with the supercomputer. Now, before I forget, let's add the 2 algae distillers and we can hook them up here to the same pipe. There's some more algae I would like to grab. I'm gonna put a little bit of focus here on the digging tasks. And now that we have some mesh tiles here, I'm gonna try to mop this up. And look at that, this is already better. We got some off-gassing again. Well, I guess that was an okay solution. You know, honestly, I'd rather have even more distillers instead of the composts. The composts are also really slow, and I just cannot offset the amount of polluted dirt I'm producing. However, we could use more sublimation stations. Say I'm gonna add another one over here, and then we could grab the conductive wire to hook it up. And we're gonna use the same wire to power 2 more distillers. That should be easy. Though I have to say, in order to make this really viable, we're gonna need another cold generator. So let me add the smart battery here. I'm gonna be moving that. And by the way, since we're using the Farmer's Touch, I have to say I can feel the improvement. It never really goes beyond the 2 or 3 starvation number. Well, I guess we already had that in the previous episode, but sometimes I still had like 10 duplicants starving, like it was coming in waves, but I didn't see any of these waves, at least today. And I'm just gonna keep on digging up the algae. We have 2 tons left, but there is still plenty to get. And we're now trying to address the oxygen problem in different ways. I think at this point I also need to track the slime. Yeah, look at that. We don't even have that much of it, though I refrained from actually digging up too much. We now once again got loads of duplicants. I even have some with 2 skills. I think I'm now just gonna give them all their skills, even if it is just improved carrying 2. I mean, that is also gonna help, right? I think I'm gonna add Amari to our cooks. Yeah, sure. Give them both of these skills. So I just have to make sure this here is also a reality. We want to improve cooking or prioritize cooking and decrease operating. I also recruited Ashcan here as another electrical engineer, eventually mechatronics engineer. So I might want to make sure he prioritizes operating. Ellie right here, I spec'd in crop tending. Check Ellie's priorities, farming. Yeah, that must be her. Gene right here is going to be our creative dupe as soon as I can give them masterworks, but I should already go ahead and prioritize that. Oh, actually, I already prioritized it previously, apparently. Nice. Nicola here can be another mechatronics engineer. This is very good. Jeez, every time I have to do this, I just realized how many freaking duplicants we actually have. This is absolute insanity. Thankfully, most of them aren't really specialized, so I can just spec into improved carrying and strength. Oh, and we can upgrade our rancher to level 2. Very nice. Even though, well, right now we are not really ranching. I'm not sure I'm gonna do that. I might just stick to farming. I mean, after all, we only have to survive for 100 cycles. After that, maybe we're gonna keep on playing a little bit, but not too much. And Turner right here is my last guy. Wonderful. Now we spec'd all duplicants. They should now be really happy, and none of them are actually going to the printing part because I prevented that from being possible. But they will also not exchange their hats, so we also kind of lose that visual indicator. Just got another skill point for nails here, so now we got 2 masterwork dupes. That should be enough for the rest of the playthrough. Oh, I totally forgot to give the bioscan right here. We want to reveal what's in this room so we can take it apart. Wow, check this out. So much oxygen available right here. I cannot believe it. Like, the duplicants can actually breathe while working. And you know, the situation is just gonna improve over time when we now fill this up and add more oxygen, even though right here this is gonna be an issue. Maybe I'm gonna sacrifice a couple of plants in order to allow a better flow. Also, I'm gonna replace yet another 3 composts with 2 more algae distillers, and we should now finally add that coal generator. If I make 4 layers of toilets, I will be getting 16 toilets in per shift, and I think that would be enough for all the duplicants. I only have to serve 25 duplicants per shift, and they can, you know, take turns. So I think these 4 layers are going to be my final bathrooms, and then I would like to have a refinement station. I think 1 water sieve for everything should be enough. And I don't know, I think I'm just gonna add it at the top layer here. That is gonna be good. So maybe let's set up all of the piping that is gonna be necessary for this. I'm gonna use all insulated piping because we can. We first wanna feed fresh water that is coming from here, the water sieve, into all of the toilets and the sinks. Then the polluted water will be going out, and it will be moving all the way over into the water sieve like this. Okay. The excess polluted water I'm gonna be feeding to a couple of plants. Let's set these up already so we can make some hydroponic farms here. Let's maybe do 3. I don't know how many I'm gonna need with 100 duplicants, but 3 is a good start. And then I will be using this wire here to power everything. Now, we only need to really power the water sieve. Let's maybe go the short route for now. This room right here obviously is also going to be exchanged with the bathroom as soon as I move the science setup somewhere else. Since we're using lots of fertilizer now, I also kind of want to track the fertilizer. We might actually have to produce some. Let me see. In refinement, we should have something that helps us. Fertilizer synthesizer. And it's gonna take polluted water, dirt, and phosphorite. Yeah, this is not a good moment to go after that. And now we also have the 2 coal generators just waiting for a coal delivery, and then we should theoretically have enough. Like, we have a potential load of 840 and can produce 1200 watts. You know, another reason we should get rid of the outhouses as soon as possible now is because those are also using dirt, and just imagine how much poop is going down the drains there. By the way, now I want to speed up this process here a little bit, where we are gonna get more slime and algae. Wonderful, that's what I'm talking about. We are now collecting an awful amount of oxygen here. Maybe the carbon dioxide is going to be expelled, and then we can even pump some up because it cannot really flow. Honestly, we still have to do something about the dirt. So I still want to replace all the composts that I took apart, and then maybe I'm even gonna add another room here at the bottom, but we desperately need more dirt. I'm gonna replace the flooring in the center here completely with airflow tiles. And if I have a look around, the carbon dioxide still hasn't reached a critical level. As long as it doesn't approach the 2000 gram mark, we should be okay. But yeah, it keeps being exciting. We are losing lots and lots of dirt. I think we can improve on that right here. And there is still some to dig up. I saw some. But after that, it's done. So in the next episode, we will make the complete switch to the toilets here and then get rid of the outhouses. We might actually add even more composts in order to offset the dirt that we need. And then with the algae distillers here, I think we can still survive for quite a while with the algae that we can still dig up. And then, of course, all all the polluted water here at the bottom is contributing as well. We are gaining more water here as well. And currently no dupe is starving, so I decided to decommission the microbe mushers that were taking care of the mush bars, which was basically the biggest culprit in using the dirt. But now we're still using the dirt for the meal lice and of course the outhouses. The outhouses we want to get rid of next. Before wrapping up the episode, I figured we should finish the bathroom and see how that actually turns out. All we need to do for this is to initially fill up one of the toilets or the sinks. It doesn't even matter. The rest is just going to accumulate. You know, they're going to contribute to the amount of polluted water in the system, and eventually we're going to have some excess. And I think I'm going to make a very easy system in order to set this up. We're just going to bring along a little bit of water here. Let me add a bottle emptier, and then I'm just going to add a quick liquid pump here and a bunch of pipes going into the system. And I think, let me see. Yeah, we can just do this and then use maybe a liquid bridge in order to get this up there. Gonna say they should bring along some water here in order to fill this up. We don't really need a lot. I want to just let this accumulate and then fill itself up over time. There are my hydroponic farms. What we're gonna plant here are the thimbleweed because they take a little bit of polluted water and we can just feed them the excess water, getting the materials for Atmos suits. Now, Bunhee, what are you doing? Bunhee currently is suffocating behind 2 pieces of abyssalite. Gosh, why did you have to do that? Let's see, maybe we can save her by placing something here. What kinds of building materials do we have? This is igneous rock, so I can place a ladder out of igneous rock at priority 9. And now Camille is coming to do that. Hopefully she's close. Yeah, Bunny, just keep on sleeping. It's not like your life depends on it. Ah, man, I don't believe it. I mean, come on, Jean. This is not gonna work. Yeah. Okay, go for oxygen. Go. Oh my gosh. This is too stressful, guys. This is freaking stressful. Good. We got our thimbleweed. At the moment, the chlorine isn't gonna work, but I think the chlorine is gonna spread thin over time. Now, we also have our initial water in place here. I think we might not even need more than the 200 kilograms. And therefore, our pump should be going for it, except I placed this bridge the wrong way around. Oh my gosh. Amateur hour here. I'm now going for the remaining dirt pockets. We should be getting this back to about 10 tons, but after that I'm completely through with the dirt and we are reliant on the composts. We still have 45 tons of polluted dirt, so this is not the issue. We can just go ahead and use that, convert it to normal dirt at 100 grams per second per compost. And now I can also see some body temperature issues here. So what I'm going to do is just replace a couple of these pipes here in the difficult region with radiant pipes. This way the brine will have a stronger effect. And here we go, filling up the bathroom loop for the first time. It's just gonna go into the first ones here. Yeah, this one here is already ready. This is good. And we can see even just a little amount of water is gonna suffice to already fill this up and make the bathroom functional. The polluted water will then be going through here. And as long as it's just a small pocket, which they usually will be, it will be processed fully and everything else is gonna continue. So now this water can go back into the loop, and as soon as it queues up, then the polluted water will continue to the plants here. So this is already good. We can get rid of this. Alright guys, I would say with that out of the way, at cycle 33, we're gonna wrap it up for today's episode. I sure hope you enjoyed it. You find the series still exciting. I'm not sure we can do it still. In certain areas, I hesitated for too long. Like with the dirt, this could be really close. The fertilizer is gonna run out very soon as well. But you always leave very good suggestions in the comments, so keep on doing that. And we might be able to do it. I mean, at least today we didn't lose any duplicates. But with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.